Story 1. I've had sleep paralysis before, a handful of times. You wake up, can't move, see something in the corner of the room, wait it out, it's over. Scary, but manageable. Last night was different. Last night felt like I was trapped for hours, days. Like something had me and wasn't going to let go. I'm still shaking thinking about it. I don't remember falling asleep. I just remember opening my eyes and knowing something was wrong. My room looked normal. Same walls, same window, same dresser. I was in my bed, on my back, looking at the ceiling. I tried to move my arm. Nothing. I tried to turn my head. Nothing. I tried to call out. My mouth opened, but no sound came out. I knew what was happening. I'd been here before. Sleep paralysis. I told myself to stay calm. Just wait. It'll pass. I closed my eyes, counted to 10, opened them again. Still couldn't move. I focused on my hand. Tried to wiggle my fingers. Nothing. Tried to lift my arm. Nothing. My body was there, but it wasn't mine. Then I heard something. A sound from downstairs. My dad's voice. "Hey, you coming down? We're waiting for you." I didn't think about it. I was just relieved. Someone was home. Someone could help. I tried to call back, but my voice came out as a whisper. "I can't move," I said. Or, tried to say. The voice came again. "Closer now. It's okay. Just come down. We're all here." I tried again to move, pushed against whatever was holding me down. Nothing. Then I woke up. I was in my bed. Same position. Same ceiling. My heart was pounding. I sat up. I could move. I was free. I grabbed my phone, checked the time. 2:47 a.m. I turned on the lamp next to my bed. The light was warm, real. I let out a breath. Then I heard it again, from downstairs. "You coming down? We're waiting." I froze. That was my dad's voice. But I was awake now. I was sure of it. I called back. "I'm coming." I got out of bed, walked to the door, opened it. The hallway was dark. I took a step forward, and I was back in bed. Same position, same ceiling. The lamp was off. My phone was on the nightstand. Time, 2:47 a.m. I tried to scream. Nothing came out. I don't know how many times it happened. Every time I thought I was awake, I'd try something to prove it was real. Turn on the lamp, check my phone, get out of bed, walk to the door, throw myself down the stairs. Anything. Every time. I'd snap back. Bed. Ceiling. 2:47 a.m. Like a trap, I couldn't escape. My dad's voice kept calling. Sometimes from downstairs, sometimes from the hallway, sometimes right outside my door. "It's okay. Just come out. We're here." It sounded exactly like him. The same tone, the same words, but something was off. Something I couldn't place. The pauses were too long. The rhythm was wrong. Like someone who had heard my dad speak and was trying to copy him. I stopped answering. I lay there, staring at the ceiling, trying to force myself awake for real. That's when the laughter started. At first, it was distant, faint, like someone laughing in another room. Then it got closer. It wasn't my dad. It wasn't anyone I knew. It was something else. Something that was enjoying this. The laughter bounced off the walls. It came from the hallway, from the closet, from right next to my ear. I opened my eyes. The room was dark. The lamp was off. I was back in bed. I could feel it, standing next to me. I couldn't see it. I didn't want to see it, but I could feel it, the weight of it, the presence, the way the air changed when it was close. It laughed again, right in my ear. I tried to scream. My mouth opened. My throat tightened. A whisper came out, not a scream. Just air. It laughed harder. I don't know how I got out of the bed, but suddenly I was running, down the hallway, through the living room, out the front door. My legs were moving. My heart was pounding. I didn't look back. I ran into the street. The houses were dark. The streetlights were out. It was just me and the dark. I heard it behind me. Not footsteps. Not breathing. Just the laughter, following me. I ran faster. My lungs were burning. My legs were shaking. I turned a corner, another street, another row of dark houses. The laughter was closer now, right behind me. I turned around. Nothing. I was back in bed. I don't know how many loops I went through. I lost count. Every time I thought I was free, I'd snap back. The bed, the ceiling, 2:47 a.m., my dad's voice, the laughter, the running, the dark streets. It felt like hours, days, like I was never going to get out. Then something shifted. I don't know what. I opened my eyes. The room was the same. I couldn't move. I waited for the voice, for the laughter, for the snap back into the loop. Nothing came. I lay there, staring at the ceiling, waiting for the trap to close again. It didn't. I moved my hand, just a finger, then my wrist, then my arm. Slowly, like I was learning to move for the first time, I sat up. My body was heavy. My head was spinning. I looked at my phone. 2:49 a.m. 2 minutes. It had only been 2 minutes since the first time I checked. All of that, the loops, the voice, the laughter, the running, happened in 2 minutes. I turned on the lamp, sat there in the warm light. My shirt was soaked with sweat. My hands were shaking. My heart was still pounding. I didn't move for a long time. I just sat there, breathing, waiting to make sure I was really awake. I've had sleep paralysis before. A figure in the corner, the weight on my chest, the feeling of someone watching. Scary, but over quickly. This was different. This felt intentional, like something was playing with me, toying with me, letting me think I was free just to pull me back in. I don't know what it was, my brain playing tricks, a nightmare I couldn't wake up from, or something else. I've read about sleep paralysis. I know what it is. I know what causes it. I know it's not real. But knowing that didn't help when I was running through empty streets with that thing laughing behind me. Knowing that didn't help when my dad's voice came from the hallway, saying the same words over and over, waiting for me to answer. I turned on the lamp and left it on. I didn't sleep for the rest of the night. I sat in bed, watching the clock, watching the window, watching the door. Every time I closed my eyes, I heard the laughter. It's morning now. The sun is up. Everything looks normal. My room is my room. The hallway is just a hallway. The house is quiet, but I can still feel it. That thing standing next to my bed, watching, waiting for me to close my eyes again. I don't know if I'll ever sleep without the light on again.
Story 2. I've had sleep paralysis my whole life. Since I was 13, I know all the tricks. The weight on your chest, the dark presence in the corner, the static noise. I learned how to wiggle my toes to break free. I learned how to stay calm and wait it out. But a few months ago, my sleep paralysis found a new way to get me. It didn't come as a shadow. It didn't sit on my chest. It came as my daughter. It started when I was a teenager. The usual stuff: waking up frozen, a dark figure standing in the corner. Sometimes it would sit on my chest, pressing down until I couldn't breathe. I'd lie there, terrified, waiting for it to end. In my 20s, it got worse. I started feeling like I was being dragged out of bed, down the hallway, across the floor, voices whispering things I couldn't understand. It happened so often, once a week for a whole year, that I finally started reading about it. I learned to control it, wiggle my toes, stay calm, wait it out. It stopped for a while. Years. I thought maybe I'd outgrown it. Then it came back. But this time, it was different. I have a 5-year-old daughter. We sleep in the same room, in different beds. One night, I felt it coming, the familiar heaviness, the sinking into the bed. I was sleeping on my stomach. And then I heard footsteps. At first, I was sure it was her. Small feet, soft steps, coming toward my bed. I felt something climb onto the mattress, light, small, like a child would. It crawled onto my back and stopped, just sat there. No pressure, no weight, just warmth. I thought it was my daughter. I reached back with my arms, trying to touch her, to see if she was okay. That's when the hands grabbed my throat. The warmth turned to pressure. The pressure turned to choking. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't move. The paralysis locked me in place. I was suffocating, and I couldn't even scream. I tried to pray. I couldn't remember the words. The panic was too much. I was gasping, choking, dying. I forced myself to calm down, focused on the words, whispered them in my head. Finally, it let go. As I was waking up, blinking back into reality, I saw its face, not clearly, just a flash. A demonic face, like one of those optical illusion pictures that shift when you look at them. Every time I blinked, it changed. After a few seconds, it was gone. I lay there, gasping, shaking, trying to understand what had just happened. A few nights later, I felt it coming again. I knew the signs. The heaviness, the sinking. I started wiggling my toes, the trick that always worked. I could feel them move, or I thought I could, but nothing happened. I was still locked in place. I turned onto my back, or I thought I did. The room looked the same, but I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. The weight was on my chest again, pressing down, crushing me. I prayed over and over. It felt like forever. Finally, the pressure lifted. I woke up, gasping, sweating. I brushed it off, rolled onto my stomach, closed my eyes, and then I felt it again. Footsteps, soft, small, coming toward my bed. Something climbed onto the mattress, crawled onto my back, lay down on top of me. I felt the warmth, the weight of a small body, just like before. But this time I knew it wasn't my daughter, and then I heard her cough. From across the room, in her own bed, I lay there, frozen, feeling the warmth on my back. My daughter was on the other side of the room, but something was on top of me. Something that felt like a child. Something that wanted me to think it was her. I didn't move. I didn't scream. I just lay there, perfectly still, waiting. The warmth stayed. The weight stayed. I could feel it breathing. Or maybe that was me. And then, after what felt like hours, it went away. I've had sleep paralysis for years. I know what it feels like. I know the tricks. Wiggle your toes, stay calm, don't open your eyes. But this was different. It didn't come as a shadow. It didn't sit on my chest. It came as my daughter. It used her footsteps, her warmth, her weight. It knew what would make me drop my guard, what would make me reach out, what would make me vulnerable. It didn't want to terrify me. It wanted me to trust it, to let it in, to believe it was her. And when I did, when I reached back to touch her, it grabbed my throat. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was sleep paralysis or something else. But I know it's still there, waiting for me to let my guard down again. Waiting for me to think it's her. I still sleep in the same room as my daughter. I still wake up sometimes in the middle of the night, feeling something watching me. But now, when I feel small footsteps, when I feel warmth on my back, I don't reach out. I lie still. I listen. And sometimes I hear her breathing from across the room, safe, sound asleep, and I wait for the warmth to go away.
That's it for today. Sleep paralysis is terrifying, but sharing it makes it easier. Have you ever experienced it? Drop your story in the comments. If you enjoyed this, hit like. Subscribe for more true stories. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.